Hi people, welcome to Blu UK Jazz Dance. UK Jazz Dance is the umbrella term, a really commercial term for a number of UK underground jazz dance styles. I'm a founder of most of these styles besides fusion. There's many styles: Latin jazz, mambo jazz, bossa nova jazz, contemporary ballet, avant-garde, theatrical, footwork, many break jazz. And all these styles came from dancing it out. We first started to dance to fast up-tempo jazz, from very early on in our early learning years, unaware that it was going to develop into a technique called UK Jazz Dance. So UK Jazz Dance is an umbrella term, like I said, for a number of UK jazz dance styles. What happened was all the dancers created their own original style because we were using bebop and cool and modern jazz principles and values which were instilled. The small seeds of this were instilled by our parents. So blacks already here, 1948, 1950, 1960, black young children, they were all brought up on bebop, cool, modern jazz. We were brought up on improvisation in the home. Our parents came here. Some people had parents who were musicians, who were exceptional singers, were dancers, were actors, etc. I never grew up with that. I grew up with parents, a dad who was in America, who was involved in social dancing 55 to 61, born in 1935, very much into art and design. So was my mother. She was born up in Grenada in 1942. They were just basically archetypal social dancers. And basically they were archetypal social dancers that were into black is beautiful, pro-black. Pro-black meant we are pro-black, our activities, because we live in a society where they were free and they were oppressed, where our legacy of achievement, benefits, and contributions were hidden. So we grew up being taught to basically self-lead ourselves from very young, self-manage ourselves, because our parents knew through the hardship of them being a smaller group in here that just put as much knowledge in us, small seeds as possible, to know about emotional intelligence, to know how to self-lead ourselves, manage and be part of a team. And very much they encourage social dancing, social music, social drawing, doodling, anything to do with self-expression and creativity instilled, because the society, the oppressive society, took that away, and very much took it away from how they described our actual African heritage as savagery and barbarism and uncivilized, and similar with West Indies. West Indies were even seen as having their own culture. So it's important to people to understand. We will just put that we came from slaves. I didn't come from a slave. I came from great African kingdoms, and we had a high level of customs and cultures and rituals through dance, which was used as a rites of passage. So anywhere you go in the world where West Indies is a dance prevalent, will be their social dancing, up to date to jazz and other art forms, but also with trench will be their traditional dancings, because it always comes the teachers with the principle understanding from the back in the days. We use dance, we use music as part of our self-healing, our natural self-healing, our natural well-being, to improve our self-confidence, our self-assurance, be free-spirited in society where you're going to need to be free-spirited and have to challenge it because it's bringing oppression to us. This is me in front of Manchester University and the museum, and it's an important day here. I'm out dancing for myself, health and well-being. I'm refining my style for all days. All days were dance events where we danced all day, just like Congress Square. Amazing how the ritual continues. I say to people, why do West Indians, if you look on their calendar events, why Sunday and bank holiday days big dance days? It's to do with our oppression and to do with our slavery, isn't it? Right. But we've kept them rituals alive. We used every opportunity we got to dance, to heal ourselves, to escape the trauma. And that trauma is huge. Kidnap, rape, pillage, being inbred, branded. I mean, what more do I need to say? Everything you think that could happen to a human being that's impossible happened to the West Indian, and yet they kept themselves positive. How? Through the knowledge of dance as a rites of passage tool to help us to endure, help us to persevere, to have staying power and resilience, drawing trauma and after trauma.